Does the Christian God exist?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome sa pambansang debating platform ng Pilipinas Debaters Convention. Ito po ang inyong moderator for today, Filingerong Theologian, at meron po tayong debate na magaganap ngayong hapong ito. Excited na po ang lahat. September 1, 2024, alas 3 ng hapon. And today's debate is on the proposition, does the Christian God exist? Kayo po ay siguradong mag-e-enjoy at matututo dahil meron po tayong dalawang mahuhusay na debaters for today. Arguing in favor sa proposition ay isang professional teacher at isang Christian youth leader. Isa ay nakadebate na ni Vox Atheus na isa ring atheist sa proposition na what best explains the reality, atheism or Christianity. Please allow me to welcome the one and only Mr. Roel Agustin. Welcome back, Sir Roel. Pakibahagi po yung ating po mga viewers.
Hello guys and good afternoon to all. Narinig po ba ako?
Yes, loud and clear po, Sir Roel. Ano po ba ang expectation nyo sa debate ngayon?
Well, I'm expecting more of this discussion with, syempre, bukod sa professionalism, doon din, ito lang in-expect ko rin sa lahat po, lalo sa mga nakikinig naman na lagi ko sinasabi, tignan yung arguments ng parehong panig. That's all I can say. Salamat.
Thank you, Sir Roel. Ayan po, si Sir Roel sa ating pong affirmative. And now, arguing as the negative is an atheist apologist, a known defender of atheism. Kilala rin siya bilang educator, a science communicator, and also a biblical critic. Marami na rin siyang formal debates with well-known Christian debaters like Pastor Joben, Kamatis Analysis, Brother James Orenciada, and others. Please allow me to welcome ang pambato, ang pinakaaabangan, ang sensei na mga atis. Ang matalo mo siya ay isa lamang ilusyon. Walang iba kundi ang misteryosong si Sensei Ilu. Bati ka muna sa audience natin, Sensei.
Ayan, shoutout nga pala sa 166 million viewers natin na nanonood ngayon. Ayan, shoutout sa inyo guys and thank you sa gift.
Sensei Ilu, ano ba yung ina-expect mo sa debate nyo today ni Sir Roel?
Walang ina-expect ko lang naman ay ma-defend ni Sir Roel yung mga arguments na ilalatag niya.
Ayan. Yan po si Sensei Ilu mula po sa atheist camp. And before we begin, basahin muna natin ang rules ng debate. Number 1, answers must be given in total of 20 seconds. If you have completed speaking but there is still time left, the moderator will count 3 seconds and consider that you have finished answering the question. Number 2, if the question is categorical, you must answer it categorically first before explaining for no more than 20 seconds. Number 3, if there is no answer to the categorical or non-categorical, we will immediately proceed to the next question without explanation. Number 4, the examinee is only allowed to answer and focus on the question that is being asked. Number 5, it is essential that the cross-examiner asks questions in accordance with the affirmative or negative side's presentation during the first session of the cross-examination. Ibig sabihin, dito ang itatanong mo lang ay dun sa nailatag. At pagka sinabi nag-object, yung tinatanong mo na hindi po yan kasama sa inilatag, yan ay automatic next question yan. Pero doon po sa rebuttal natin, pwede mo na pong itanong doon kahit hindi na inilatag. Basta within doon sa topic na pinag-uusapan. Okay? Number 7, out-of-topic questions and answers are not accepted. Number 8, no side comments. Be professional at all times. Number 9, no objections during the presentation and conclusion. Bawal po mag-object na habang nagpe-present at nasa conclusion na. And number 10, respect the moderator's decision, which are always final. Okay? So now, do the affirmative agree with the rules?
Yes, agree.
Okay, how about the negative?
Yes, agree.
Okay. Ang ating debate format for today ay 15 minutes affirmative presentation at susundan po yan ng 7 minutes sa cross-examination. Maglalatag naman ang negative for 15 minutes at tatanungin naman for 7 minutes. At sa rebuttal ay may 6 minutes ang presentation at 7 minutes pa rin po ang cross-examination doon. At sa closing remarks po ay meron pong 5 minuto ang each debater. Mauna po dyan yung negative at susunod po ang affirmative. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin our debate for today. For a 15-minute first speaker presentation, Sir Roel, are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Timer, are you ready?
Timer?
Ready na ba?
Yes po.
Okay, if you're ready, Sir Roel, your time starts now. Begin.
It's a blessed day to all of us at maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood po ngayon at sa mga manunod pa. And thank God for this great opportunity to be here with us as we're going to discuss the reasons why the Christian God exists. Before anything else, gusto kong ipinpoint sa ating lahat na lahat naman tayo ay mayroong mga katanungan, may mga questions, may mga objections na masasabi natin na may tatanong natin. Ano ba talaga yung the best na nag-explain sa reality? Although, yung what best explains reality merong kalahati doon. Pero, ang focus ko kasi dito, does the Christian God exist? So, meron po akong mga points to ponder na gusto kong i-present. Unahin natin, evidence for the existence of the Christian God. Yan yung point 1 na mamaya ipapresent ko later. At yung pangalawa, dahil ang position ng ating kaibigan dito na si Mr. Sensei Ilo ay isang atheist, particularly New Age mystic atheist, so to speak, titingnan po natin kung ano yung kanyang position dyan. Pero hindi yan ang i-discuss ko doon. Mag-focus muna ako sa evidence for the existence of the Christian God. Nang sa ganun po ay ma-pinpoint po natin kung ito ba talaga ito bang Diyos na ito ay nag-exist? So, let's start for this one. Actually, I have 2 to 3 points na pwede ko pong i-considera. Point 1 ay may kinalaman doon sa isa sa mga arguments na pinipresenta as an evidence for the existence of God, which is cosmological argument. And yung point 2, or kung may dagdag na another point ba, tutungo din tayo sa historicity of the gospel accounts, especially on the issue concerning to the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So ngayon, sisimulan po natin dito sa evidence na ito. 2 arguments to ponder. Point 1, argument for the beginning of the universe, which is the cosmological argument. It is a classic argument for the existence of God that is grounded in the observation and of the universe's existence and causation. Ngayon, ipresenta po natin, what do we mean by that? Okay? So, titingnan po natin dun. Meron akong dalawang ipapresenta dito, which is, the first one was what was called the Kalam cosmological argument, kung saan pinapresenta, premise 1, everything that begins to exist has a cause. Premise 2, the universe began to exist. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Siyempre, titingnan po natin din yung Thomistic, which is premise 1. Contingent beings exist, beings that could either exist or not exist. Premise 2. Contingent beings require a cause or explanation for their existence. Therefore, there must be a necessary being, one that must exist and cannot not exist. That explains the existence of contingent beings. So, kung titingnan natin, the cause of the universe must be timeless, spaceless, immaterial, immensely powerful, and personal. Paano ito nag-attribute kagad-agad kay God, kumbaga? Pero mamaya ko i-discuss yung tungkol dyan. Kung titingnan natin po yung characteristics ng cause ng universe, kung titingnan natin for example yung mga evidence, so to speak, na nagpapatunay sa tinatawag nating, ano yung tawag doon? Yung beginning of the universe, doon pa lamang sa tinatawag na Big Bang, doon pa lang ay makikita po natin yung iba pang mga evidence na matatawag dyan. How did we know that? Unahin natin yung tungkol dito sa point na sinasabi dito, no? Unahin na natin yung second law of thermodynamics, na kung saan sinasabi, the universe is running out of usable energy. This principle is relatively simple to understand, kahit sino naman eh. Bukod dito, yung issue ng universe na nag-e-expand. The universe is expanding as it would if it were the result of a gigantic explosion that happened at the beginning of the universe. That is, the universe is expanding from a point of beginning. Kumbaga, meron po tayong mga matatawag na mga scientific data, astronomical data, na siyang nagpapatunay doon. So, concerning to that matter, especially yung theory of general relativity ni Einstein. Actually, itong si Einstein nakasupport siya sa sinasabi ni Stan na ang universe daw ay eternal. Kaso sa unti-unting pag-analisa, pag-re-examine ng mga evidence na matatawag like tungkol sa cosmic radiation background, second law of thermodynamics, pag-expand ng universe. Kahit si Stephen Hawking, sinasabi niya, inaamin niya na almost everyone, lahat daw, ay kinokonsidera nila yung katotohanan na may simula ang universe. It's true na masasabi na, okay, hindi naman yung cosmological argument na ganyan, hindi naman nangangahulugan na agad-agad may Diyos. Okay, fine. Pero ibig bang sabihin, wala na tong connection sa Christianity. Wala na tong connection sa the God of the Bible, so to speak. Kung titignan lang naman po natin yung data, nabanggit ko na po ito kanina. Ano yung kung mayroon palang simulang universe, ibig sabihin pala may nagsisimulan, mayroong lumikha. Mayroong nagpasimula. So ano yung mga characteristics ng cause of the universe na yan? He must be uncaused to avoid an infinite regress of causes. This cause must itself be uncaused. Second, timeless. Since time began with the universe, the cause must be outside of time. Immaterial. The cause must be beyond the physical universe, implying it is non-material. Point 4. Powerful. To create the universe, this cause must have immense power. And lastly, personal. The decision to create is often seen as a choice, suggesting a personal agent. So, anong connection ngayon sa Christian concept of God? Diyan na po tayo papasok sa Biblia, so to speak. Doon pa lang, sa Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Psalm chapter 90, verse 2, na sinasabi na, mula sa panahong walang hanggan hanggang sa panahong walang hanggan, ikaw ay Diyos. Sabi ni sa John 4:24, God is a spirit, and those who worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So doon pa lang sa mga examples sa mga Bible passages na nabanggit ko kanina, it pointed out na yung connection nito sa Christian concept of God ay mga sumusunod. Siya ay uncaused, siya ay timeless and immaterial, siya ay powerful, siya ay personal. So Christianity posits God as the eternal self-existent being who is not caused by anything else. Bukod dyan, the Bible describes God as existing outside of time and space, consistent with the idea of a timeless immaterial being. He must be powerful, or what we say all-powerful, since Christianity holds that God is omnipotent, having the power to create the universe. And lastly, He must be personal. God is portrayed as a personal being who interacts with creation and humanity. So, ano nga yung connection ng cosmological argument na nabanggit natin sa mismong Christian faith? Point 1, identity the cause with God. Kaya, paano to? It explains that the attributes of the first cause, the first uncaused cause, a spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful, moral, personal, and intelligent being, align closely with the theistic understanding of God, particularly the God of the Bible. Na-emphasize na yan, nabanggit ko na kanina ng Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 yan. Yung point 2, yun ang nabanggit ko kanina. Linked to the Bible's historicity, so to speak. It emphasized that the God described by the cosmological argument ay consistent sa Diyos na nakasulat sa Scripture. I'm talking about the Bible. And lastly, highlight the role. I-highlight ko po yung role ng resurrection diyan. Na yung muling pagkabuhay ng Panginoong Jesus ay foundational event sa Christianity. Na siyang nagbabalidate kung sino talaga si Kristo. If Jesus was resurrected, if God exists, then game over. Christianity is true. It is a piece of evidence that God is active in history and that Jesus' teaching, including those about God's nature and creation, are trustworthy. So to point out this way, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, bukod ba dito sa historicity nito, ng Bible at ng resurrection mismo ng ating Panginoong Jesus, babanggitin ko na po dahil mabilis lamang po yung time natin. Okay? Bukod pa dito doon sa mga nabanggit concerning to the historical data, meron po tayong mga matatawag po natin na mga, let me revisit here, mga patunay na reliable ang mga manununat ng New Testament, particularly gospel accounts, lalo na sa issue ng muling pagkabuhay ng ating Panginoong Jesus. Teka lang, paano natin nalaman yun? First point, doon pa lang sa empty tomb na lamang. Kasi babanggitin ko rin yung resurrection event no? Historical records and traditions agree that the tomb of Jesus was found empty. Point 2, post-resurrection appearances, multiple independent sources attest that Jesus appeared to various people after his death. Take note, there are many people, disipulo man ni Kristo o mismo mga masasabing mga skeptic po doon sa panahon na yon. Talagang sinasabi nila na they saw the risen Lord. Also, isama na yung transformation ng mga disipulo niya. The dramatic change in Jesus' followers who went from hiding in fear to boldly proclaiming his resurrection, even at the cost of their lives, suggests that genuinely believe they had encountered the risen Lord. Isasali na rito yung early creedal statement like in 1 Corinthians 15:3-8 na kahit yung mga biblical scholars po dyan, they recognize na napakaaga po niyan. Na-formulate nga yan mga, let's say, mga 3 years or pinakabababa pa nga, 3 months pa nga after the time of Jesus' death and resurrection. So kung titingnan po talaga nating mabuti yung mga may kukonsidera nating mga katibayan dyan, makikita po natin na mayroon talagang connection ito sa the God of the Bible. At kung titignan natin talaga, doon pa lamang sa mga characteristics ng Diyos na nakasulat sa Biblia at yung mga scientific data na ating nakalap, makikita natin na yung actually marami po tayong maipipresenta dyan. Like for example na lang, di ko na rin nabanggit yung iba pa, pero babanggitin ko na rin. Many scholars argue that the New Testament documents, especially the gospel accounts, are reliable historical records. Take note, my friends, hindi ko po ina-assume agad-agad na inspired by God ang Bible. Ang aking point dyan, historical data. Kumbaga, tinatrato muna natin ang Biblia, particularly yung New Testament, especially for gospel accounts, as historical material, as historical data, so to speak. Bukod ba dito, they are based on eyewitness accounts and were written relatively soon after the events they describe. This proximity in time reduces the likelihood of myth or legend develop unchecked. So, ngayon, kung titingnan natin lahat-lahat ang mga data na yan, dito po natin makikita talaga na ang tinutukoy na God dyan ay may kinalaman sa God of the Bible. Bukod pa rito, bago ko matapos ito, gusto ko i-pinpoint lamang yung iba pang mga arguments na nagpapatunay na may Diyos. Pero, syempre, pinipinpoint natin talaga yung 2 points na nasabi ko na kanina. Yung argument for the beginning of the universe at anong connection ito sa biblical data, which is yung historical event na nangyari, the resurrection of Jesus. So, kung titingnan po natin, anong connection nito? It is an affirmation of a finite universe na mismong nagpapatunay na mayroon talagang simulang universe. Pangalawa, cause of the universe. So take note, yung nabanggit kanina, everything that begin to exist has a cause. And since the universe began to exist, it must have a cause. Ang mga Kristiyano, ang inargue natin yan, sino yung uncaused first cause dyan? We are talking about God here. At consistent ito sa concept ng creator, na siyang lumikha ng lahat ng bagay. He created all things and sustains all things. And lastly, the fact that the universe has a beginning implies that it might also have a purpose or end, aligning with the Christian worldview that sees creation as part of God's purposeful plan. So, ano po matututunan po natin dyan, mga kapatid? Point 1, may simula talagang universe. At kung titingnan natin yung simula, supposedly may nagpasimula, may lumikha. And we have already recognized we are talking about God. Paano ito nagkaroon ng connection sa the God of the Bible? Especially in the person of Christ. Kaya papasok ang tinatawag na the resurrection of Jesus. So to end this up, kayo rin po makapag-decide dyan, mga kapatid. And I challenge every single person here in this room, whether you're a Christian or an atheist, to examine, or let me say, to re-examine the data that were presented. Thank you guys so much. Jesus is Lord. Magandang araw.
Time's up. Yan po si Sir Ruel sa TS Camp and sa affirmative presentation niya. Ngayon po, tayo po ay pupunta sa cross-examination ni Sensei Ilu at si Sensei Ilu po ay magtatanong for 7 minutes. Your time starts now. Tanong.
Alright, Sir Ruel, are you aware of any scientific laws that supports the idea of the Christian God?
Wait lang. Time out muna. May dumating eh. Tumakal yung aso
Okay,
sa
paki-reset ulit yung time ni Sensei Ilu. Paki-reset. Sige po. Meron daw dumating. Wala po ba kayong dyan, makakatulong sa inyo para hindi po ma-stop yung ating po debate?
Dumating na Shopee kasi.
Opo, make sure na para hindi po napuputol yung ating pong debate. Okay na po ba, Sir Ruel?
Kakatapos lang, okay na. Kaya di ko narinig yung ulang tanong niya eh.
Para hindi po tayo maputol, tuloy-tuloy na po tayo. So, if you're ready guys,
Okay, noted.
time starts now. Begin.
Alright, so are you aware of any scientific laws that supports the idea of the Christian God?
Well, I'm aware of those things.
What are those scientific laws?
Teka lang, pause the time. Parehas, pause the time. Ganito guys Sir Ruel, pagtapos ka naman sumagot, like what I mentioned earlier, you have to say next question. And Sensei
Okay.
Ilu,
Sige.
you have to let him finish his 20 seconds before asking question.
Okay.
Unless hindi ba niya sinasabi yung next question, ako yung magbibilang ng probably mga 3 seconds. Pag sinabi ko next question, doon ka lang magtanong ulit. Okay, malinaw yun guys?
Okay, noted.
Okay, please repeat the question, tapos i-start mo yung time ni Sir Ruel at ni Sir Sensei Ilu, Jack, pagka tapos na yung pag nag-start na sumagot si Sir Ruel, pakitanong ulit Sensei Ilu. Repeat the question.
Okay, are you aware of any scientific laws that supports the idea of the Christian God?
Well, yes.
What are those scientific laws?
Okay, the following, ito yung mga sumusunod. The law of life or biogenesis, the laws of chemistry, the laws of planetary motion, the laws of physics, the laws of mathematics.
Next question.
Yan.
Alright, you said laws of chemistry. Can you give me chemical reactions that proves the existence of the Christian God?
Okay, life requires a specific chemistry. Our bodies are powered by chemical reactions.
Objection, moderator, that's not my question.
Pause the time. What's the objection?
I'm asking kung anong specific chemical reaction yung nagpo-prove na merong God.
Please answer the question. Meron kang counter objection, Sir Ruel?
Let me answer first before anything else.
Do you have any kasi objection to ni Sensei Ilu Do you have any counter objection?
First and foremost kasi nag-explain ako ng sagot yan. So let me answer the entire thing here.
Okay, please answer the question.
Okay, ulitin ko, our bodies are powered by chemical reactions and depend on the laws of chemistry operating in a uniform fashion. Even the information that makes up any living thing, kasama na yung DNA. Also, to point out this way, hindi pinpoint lamang na dahil may law of chemistry na matatawag, it only points out that there is someone who operates that. And we are talking about God here.
Next question.
Alright, so do you agree that cause always happen before the effect?
Oo naman, syempre.
Next question.
And if so, it does imply interval, and if it implies interval, it implies time, correct? Do you agree?
Yep, nasagot ko na kanina. Pasensya na.
Next question.
Hindi ko na-
So you're aware that causality is the nature of the kalam. How can be a timeless entity be part of causation that happens in time?
Okay, as I pointed out concerning cosmological argument kanina, di ba, nasimulan natin to sa everything that begins to exist has a cause. So, lahat ng bagay na nalikha riyan, may simula. Ngayon, sino ba talaga kumbaga, dahil nga may simulang lahat, sino po ba ang nagpasimula ng lahat ng bagay? Sino ba ang lumikha?
Next
Doon na
question,
papasok
please.
yan.
Next question.
Again, my question is, how can be a timeless entity be part of causation because causation implies time? That's my question.
God in His nature is, as I already told, He is spaceless, timeless, immaterial. O nabanggit ko yung timeless, mula sa panahon ng walang hanggan hanggang sa panahon ng walang hanggan, siya ay Diyos noon at ngayon paman. Kaya, He is outside time and space and matter.
That's not my question. My question is all about how can be a timeless entity be part of causation, because you agree kanina, 'di ba, a while ago, you agree with me that cause and effect happen within time. And God is timeless, right?
Yeah, oo naman.
Explain to me how can there be a timeless causation and yung effect is within time?
Okay, I will go on to repeat my answer again. Okay, whether someone likes it or not to answer that. Okay, ulitin ko. I already pointed out na paano natin nalaman? Diba nga, ulitin ko, may simula nga ang lahat ng bagay na present na yan. Everything that began to exist has a cause. So may simula na nga lahat. Ang magiging tanong dyan, kanino po ba nagsimula yan?
Next
Kanino
question,
po ba yun?
please. Next question.
Okay, you didn't answer my question. But anyway, Genesis 1:1, where do you get the audacity? How do you relate the Big Bang sa Genesis 1:1 when Earth was formed 9 billion years after the Big Bang? Go ahead.
As I pointed out in Genesis chapter 1, di ba sinabi, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. To point this out, doon pa lang, kahit yung mga atheist scientists, they recognize yung concern, like, for example, Big Bang, kahit si Stephen Hawking, kahit ano man explanation niya.
Objection, moderator, that's not my question.
Pause the time. What's the objection?
Okay, ang objection ko is that ang tinatanong ko sa kanya, nire-relate niya yung Big Bang sa Genesis 1:1. And ang nakalagay sa Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created heavens and earth. Unfortunately, sa Big Bang, 9 billion years after the Big Bang, 9 billion years after the Big Bang pa na-form yung earth. So, paano niya nare-relate yung Big Bang sa Genesis 1:1?
Ano yung sagot?
As
May
I-
counter objection ka ba doon or you will answer the question?
I still answer that question, even someone likes
Okay,
it or
hold
not.
on.
sabi ko.
Before you answer the question, please reset the time. I will give 20 seconds, Sir Ruel, to answer the question. Start answering the question, Sir Ruel. Proceed.
Take note, ang topic natin, does the Christian God exist? That's why I connect it on the Bible and then based on the scientific data, especially astronomical data nga ang nabanggit ko. Like for example, napatunayan, i-pinpoint ko nga about, for example na lamang, the expansion of the universe, second law of thermodynamics. That's why I pointed out this way, what Genesis 1:1 really talks about.
Next question, please.
Okay, can you clarify that Genesis 1:1, where it says God created heavens and earth, did God create it simultaneously?
As I pointed, okay, ipipinpoint ko lang sa
Pause the time.
kapakanan-
Pause the time muna. Pause the time. Pause the time.
Ay, sorry for that.
Sir
Sorry.
Ruel, you have to answer categorically. The question is answerable by yes or no before you explain. Okay?
Sorry
Please,
for-
please ask the question again.
Repeat ko lang
Sensei,
sa tanong. pasensya na.
Hold on, Sir Ruel. Pakitanong ulit yung tanong, tapos, Jack, start mo yung oras ng nilang dalawa kapag sumagot na si Sir Ruel. Okay, Sensei Ilo, pakiulit yung tanong.
Yeah, so it says in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created heavens and earth. Now, I'm asking you again, how do you relate it sa concept ng Big Bang? Kasi sa concept ng Big Bang, ang Earth ay na-form 9 billion years after the Big Bang event.
Okay, okay na? Pasasagot na ako?
Sagot.
Okay. Kasi ang tanong dyan ay paano? Looking on the terms in the beginning na lamang. Bakit? Kasi wala akong sinasabi naman na specifics dyan. Ang sinabi lang, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's it.
Next question.
Okay, so do you know when did the Big Bang happen?
Sagot.
Yes. Let's say 13 point some, ang naalala ko lang, 13 point something billion years if I'm not mistaken.
Is 9 billion years related to the beginning?
Well, I think yes, kasi nga nabanggit na yan, in the beginning yan, may simula talaga.
Next question.
Pareho lang yung 13.8 at 9 billion years?
I don't, ano yun? Paki-clarify.
So pareho lang yung 9 billion.
Pause the time. Sir Ruel, kung gusto niyo
Yes?
pag hindi niyo narinig, mag-ano kayo sa akin, ma-approach si moderator kasi magiging unfair
Ay,
tayo
sorry
sa
for
kabila.
that. Sorry. Okay.
Under yung oras niya. So, please repeat the question, Sensei Ilo.
So 9 billion years and 13.8 billion years are the same thing.
No, syempre naman hindi.
If not, then again, it says in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created heavens and earth.
Okay?
Explain.
Explain ko. Simple lang naman yan. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Whether it points out na ang earth ay 6,000 years or let's say, mas matagal-tagal pa, it only points out na may beginning talaga. Remember yung argument doon. I'm talking about the fact that the universe had a beginning. Kasama na po yung earth po dyan.
Next question.
Okay. Alright, let's go dun sa, dun sa reliability ng mga gospel. Aside from the disciples, can you give me at least one identification of those 500 eyewitnesses?
First and foremost, tungkol sa 500 na katao na yan, ito ay sa panahon ni Apostle Paul. Okay, hindi man lamang nabanggit name yung kanilang mga pangalan, but take note, yung mga 500 na yan, there are some of them, buhay pa. Noong napagtanungan ni Apostle Paul yan sa 1 Corinthians.
How do you know na buhay pa yung mga yon without having identification?
The Apostle Paul himself pointed out that way na, okay, andyan yung mga eyewitnesses, silang tanungin nyo, silang nakasaksi dyan. That's it.
Okay, I think time's up na po. Diyan po, nagtatapos ang ating pong cross-examination. Salamat, Sensei Ilo. Salamat, Sir Rowell. At ngayon naman po, pupunta naman po tayo sa negative presentation ng ating pong Sensei Ilo for 15 minutes. Sensei Ilo, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Timer, are you ready? Okay, if you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
Good afternoon, DebCon, and thank you for being here. Does the Christian God exist? Before I decapitate Sir Rowell's argumentations, devouring them into pieces like what the all-loving God in the Old Testament did with the newborn babies, let me clarify one thing. We are here to discuss the existence of God, not to deviate into mysticism. Any attempt ni Sir Rowell na atakihin ang mysticism side ko is a red herring, it's fallacious, and will be met with a firm objection. And for those who do not know the burden of proof rule, the burden of proof lies with the one making the claim of existence, not with those who question or deny it. Failure to present compelling evidence that Christian God exists would mean Sir Rowell lost this debate. Why am I an atheist? The answer is simple. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The existence of the Christian God is an extraordinary claim. Yet there is no evidence to support it. None at all. Period. Christians have tried to misuse, misrepresent, and misdirect their so-called evidences, but it falls apart under a skeptic eye. Take for example, the fossils of sea creatures on Mount Everest, which some Christians cite as proof of Noah's flood, is actual data pointing to plate tectonics, not the biblical flood. Consider this. The concept of God has existed for millennia since the dawn of men, yet no verifiable evidence of any deity, including the Christian God, has ever been found. Could it be that these gods are products of human psychology, not actual divine entities? For instance, why is there no mention of any snow god in the Philippines? The simplest explanation, as Occam's razor suggests, is that the lack of snow means no snow god was imagined by ancient Filipinos. Similarly, the Christian God is merely a product of ancient Israelite psychology. If Sir Rowell disagrees, I challenge him to provide any documents, manuscripts from distant isolated tribes or communities, maybe in South America, showing knowledge of Yahweh in ancient times. I bet he won't find any. How can we ever believe in the existence of an all-loving, all-knowing, all-powerful Christian God when the world is filled with suffering, in animal to human, diseases, wars, famine, and injustice? This is not an appeal to emotion. It is just that the attributes of the Christian God are nowhere to be seen. If such a God existed, the world would reflect his attributes, yet it doesn't. This reality aligns perfectly in an atheistic, purposeless universe compared to a universe where there is a divine creator. In Sir Rowell's recent debate with Box, he naively relied on the cosmological argument, which assumes the universe had a beginning. I don't know kung saang kuweba nagtatago si Sir Rowell to be not updated sa modern cosmology. Modern cosmology does not support the claim that the universe had a beginning. even the notion of singularity is no more widely accepted. And you can refer to the 2018 article of Forbes wrote by an astrophysicist entitled "There Was No Big Bang Singularity." Even the 2019 Nobel Prize laureate cosmologist Jim Peebles stated, "It is unfortunate that one thinks of a beginning. We have no theory of such a thing as the beginning." Dun pa lang, wasak na ang kalam. Referring to the misinterpretation of the Big Bang. Big Bang is no longer tied with the beginning of the universe. Panahon pa yan ni Daddy Lemaitre. Big Bang just talks about the expansion of the universe. Sir Ruel, just a friendly advice, you should keep up sa mga updates sa modern science para sa mga arguments mo, para hindi ka mapag-iwanan. Sir Ruel also arrogantly cited Alexander Belinken's interpretation of the Borde-Good-Belinken theorem, and here I quote, sabi niya dun sa debate niya kay Box, "Cosmologists can no longer hide in the possibility of past-eternal universe. They have to face the cosmic beginning." Yet, Alan Guth, a co-author of the BGB theorem, totally disagrees, stating, "Our theorem does not imply that the universe had a beginning. It just means that the universe cannot be expanding forever." The BGB theorem, which is also used by Dr. William Lane Craig, also has three major flaws. One, it does not discuss quantum gravity. Two, it does not argue against cyclic models. Three, the mathematical formulations of the BGB theorem are not precise as discussed in two separate peer-reviewed papers published last year and this year. You quote a lot of scientists in your previous debate. Sabi ni ganyan, sabi ni ganito, but it does not make your arguments convincing. Without further justification, you have not proven anything by cherry-picking quotes online. Nakatawang isipin when diehard Christian apologists like Sir Ruel present the Kalam cosmological argument, they think they have proven God, not knowing what they have proven is a bullcrap contradiction. Kalam's nature is causality, cause and effect. Cause and effect must always happen in time. If the Christian God is the cause of the universe, then he must first exist in time, totally contradicting the claim that God is timeless. Furthermore, if space-time is a property of the universe, then the concept of cause before the universe is meaningless. It is as stupid as asking, what is the south of the South Pole? What is the north of the North Pole? Sir Ruel also uses the design argument, which is nothing more than flawed apologetics. Here's why. Our world is full of contrast, light and darkness, up and down, black and white, order and disorder. These contrasts are fucking undeniable. For something to be recognized as designed, there must exist something that is not designed. In an atheistic worldview, the borderline between designed and natural objects is clear. If I encounter an unfamiliar machine in a forest, I recognize it as designed because I contrast it with nature, which in my worldview isn't designed. However, in Sir Ruel's worldview, there's no such contrast. Everything from man-made objects to nature down to subatomic particles, the whole cosmos is seen as designed, either by God or by humans. In Sir Ruel's perspective, the concept of design loses all meaning. It's like comparing white with white and claiming black doesn't exist. Another fatal blow sa design argument is the not-so-intelligent argument. The Christian God as we know it is all-intelligent, all-powerful, all-loving, all-caring, with an imaginable IQ. First, He lovingly gave us an organ, namely the appendix, which causes thousands of deaths every year. Just in 2015 alone, almost 50,000 people reportedly died from appendicitis. It's so funny that if you remove this intelligently designed organ, you could still live much longer because it does not reduce your lifespan. On the contrary, it can actually increase your lifespan by preventing the risk of appendicitis. Sa sobrang talino at bait ng Diyos ni Sir Ruel, hindi lang appendix ang binigay sa atin, binigyan tayo ng well-designed throat na kung saan both food and air goes and you can die from choking. Sa sobrang talino at bait ng Diyos ni Sir Ruel, binigyan tayo ng immune system na ang tingin sa eyeballs natin ay foreign object that can result to severe blindness. Sa sobrang talino at bait ng Diyos ni Sir Ruel, He intelligently positioned yung retina natin invertedly, making us more prone to visual impairment such as nearsightedness. All these defects can be explained by evolutionary process because evolution is not about attaining perfection. It is simply a mechanism for adaptation. These flaws cannot be reconciled in any way, shape, or form with the existence of the Christian God. Kung talagang all-powerful, all-intelligent Christian God, not bound by the laws of nature, forces of nature such as gravity, distance ng Earth sa Sun would not be a problem for him. He could easily alter the laws of nature and make life exist even at the corona of the sun. The fact that life can only exist if the universe operates this way through naturalistic processes, entirely disproving the idea of an intelligent Christian God. Since ang Bible ay hindi reliable as an evidence due to its numerous discrepancies, full of contradictions. For example, paano namatay si Judas? Well, sa Matthew, unalive, sa Acts 1:18, nahulog pati warik. Sa Matthew, binalik yung pera, sa Acts 1:18, kinuha. Nope, hindi niya binalik yung pera at ibinili niya ng lupain. Those are just examples of contradictions. Anonymous ang mga nagsulat ng Bible, the Gospels, literally anonymous. Yung mga earliest manuscripts natin, wala silang title kung sino nagsulat, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. So dun pa lang, you cannot trust na the Bible. Scientifically, historically wrong ang Bible. As we all know, ang pinakahuling arsenal ni Sir Ruel ay tumakbo sa philosophy ng presupposition, where God is the necessary foundation of abstract, immaterial things such as mind, morality, emotion, and logic. If the existence of morality, logic, emotion necessitate the existence of a foundational creator, and if God possesses these attributes, then God must also require a foundational creator. But of course, Christian God is eternal. He's already there. Then it follows that morality, logic, mind, emotion can be there without being created. If these abstract things can be there without being created, then the existence of these abstract things nowhere proves the existence of a foundational creator because they do not actually necessitate a foundational creator. Hence, the presupposition is already flawed. In conclusion, I have presented enough counter-arguments to show that the existence of the Christian God is not reasonable. The Christian God is already dead, rotten, and buried. And in this opening statement, I, Sensei Ilu, have already defiled all the argumentations supporting the existence of the Christian God. And I thank you.
Thank you very much. That is Sensei Ilu sa negative side presentation that was presented for 15 minutes. Now, we will proceed to the cross-examination of the affirmative. Sir Ruel, siya po ay magtatanong ng 7 minutes sa ating pong negative presenter. Sir Ruel, are you ready?
Yes, ready na.
Okay, Ilu, are you ready?
I'm ready na.
Alright, if you're ready, then the time starts now. Begin.
Okay, I will start sa tanong na ito, okay? How can we know, di ba, nabanggit kanina na, how can we know that God exists if there are pain and suffering? Paano mo pong mare-recognize na yan ay evidence na walang Diyos?
Yeah, because it contradicts yung attributes ng Christian God na all-loving, all-caring. If there is an all-caring, all-loving, all-merciful Christian God, those things would not exist.
Next question.
Can you pangalawa ay may kinalaman sa unang tanong. Can you explain to me why do you think na nagme-make sense lamang yan sa point na walang Diyos dahil lamang sa mga pain and suffering na yan? Dahil
Sorry,
okay.
Go ahead.
Yun lang. Thank you.
Because in a godless, purposeless universe, definitely those are the things that you can expect, right? Kasi alam mo na walang namamahala na God na ganito yung attributes, all loving, all caring, or all merciful, all powerful, lahat na ng allness of all. So that's why it's an argument against the Christian God.
Next question.
Okay. Sinabi mo kanina yung tungkol sa sinasabing atheistic, purposeless universe. Ngayon, itong tanong ko, how can we know the meaning of life na makukonsidera sa atheistic, purposeless universe na yan?
There's no inherent meaning, inherent purpose. We need to create our own meaning and purpose.
Next question.
Okay, thank you so much. Also, you said that yung mga arguments, mga claims na may kinalaman sa, let's say, Christian God, arguments for it is flawed. How did you come to that conclusion?
Because I have showed you and demonstrate to you that I crucified all of your arguments kanina sa opening statements ko.
Next question.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Hello?
Hello? Go ahead.
Next
Sorry.
question.
Ay, okay. Sorry for that. So next naman, meron kang nabanggit kanina sa mga first presentation mo before the entire, yung tungkol sa yung God of the Old Testament. How did you know na ang Diyos ng based on the Old Testament ay masabing guilty sa mga nabanggit like genocide of some sort if there is no God in your
Yeah,
view?
based on my moral framework, I can definitely judge yung mga atrocities na pinagagawa ng Diyos sa Old Testament. But since morality is relative, therefore, wala siyang objective truth. But since kayo naniniwala kayo sa objective morality, then yung ginawa ni God sa Old Testament ay mananatiling immoral regardless of the situation.
Next question.
Okay, next. Concerning sa concept of design has a purpose, so to speak, how did you know na ito'y fatal flaw? Like for example, yung tungkol sa appendix, sa throat, and the rest of it. How do you know that?
So what is more in... Yeah.
Wait lang, i-clarify ko lang, no? How
Go
did
ahead.
you
Pause the time. Please pause the time. Pause the time.
Magdudugtong lang ako.
Hold on.
Magdudugtong lang.
May I remind the Sensei Ilo to let the cross-examiner finish his thoughts. Please proceed with your question and then let Sensei Ilo answer the question.
Okay. Thank you so much. Kumbaga, ang dugtong ko lang, how did you come to that conclusion about that?
How did I came to the conclusion about that? Simple. Kasi nga, what is more intelligent? Lagyan ka ng appendix, napapatay sa'yo, or wala kang appendix and it will increase your lifespan. So as a human being, we know na ito mas intelligent to kesa dito. But we're not all knowing, right? Ano pa kaya yung God na all intelligent?
Next question.
Okay. Also, nagbanggit ka kanina about sa sinasabi na ang Bible daw puno raw ng inconsistency, yung sa historically wrong na sinasabi. Magbigay ka nga ng example in a brief way.
Yeah, for example, yung census sa Luke, right? So sa Gospel of Luke, nag-conduct ng census si Caesar Augustus, and then pumunta si Joseph and Mary sa Bethlehem, and kung saan ang governor doon ay si Quirinius ng Syria. However, hindi pwedeng mag-exist si King Herod and Quirinius of Syria ng sabay kasi naging governor lang ng Syria si Quirinius 9 years after King Herod's death.
Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think this will be my last question for this, okay? So, lastly, how can you explain the abstracts if everything is just physical or natural, so to speak, without God, so to speak?
Yeah, for example, laws of logic. Laws of logic is abstract. Alam natin yan. We both agree on that. And it's a description ng mga patterns na nakikita natin sa reality. Beauty is a description ng mga pattern na nakikita natin sa reality. Mathematics is a description ng mga patterns na nakikita natin sa reality. Hindi natin kailangang mag-explain gamit yung explanation ng God.
Next question.
Okay, yamang nabanggit na rin yung tungkol sa laws of logic sa iyong sagot. Saan ba galing ang laws of logic if God does not exist?
I've already answered your question and it seems that you're not listening. I already said kanina, sa answer ko kanina, na ang laws of logic ay description na inimbento natin ng mga tao para i-describe yung mga patterns na nakikita natin sa reality na ginagalawan natin.
Next question.
Alright. Okay, ito na yung pinaka-last question ko dito, okay? How did you come to the conclusion? Ito. How about, itatanong ko yung concerning sa Big Bang, okay? Ano yung masasabi mo tungkol doon? Sige, yun na lang.
Yeah, Big Bang is all about the expansion, not about the creation of the universe. Expansion and creation are two different things. Why are you using the Big Bang in supports of the beginning of the universe when in fact, meron tayong mga eternal models ng universe na gumagamit ng Big Bang equation like the CCC of Roger Penrose. So Big Bang does not point to the beginning of the universe.
Next question.
Now, concerning dun sa sinasabing Big Bang, ano ba yung, alam mo pang mga model na masasabi dyan? Concerning sa connection doon sa universe.
What do you mean by that question?
Like for example, I think, hindi ko lang alam kung bukod sa Big Bang kasi sinisimulan yung tungkol sa beginning of the universe, di ba? So, bukod sa Big Bang, ano pa yung iba pang mga masasabing model na may kinalaman sa sinasabing expansion of universe or
Yeah,
universe?
right. We do have the cyclic model of Penrose and Steinhardt. We do have the eternal inflation.
Next question.
Okay. So, parang time ko na. Okay, sige. Yun na lang. Thank you.
Alright, for the record, he is waiving his remaining time. Yung mga segundong nalalabing oras. Maraming salamat po. Yan po ang cross-examination ng ating pong affirmative to the negative side, which is Sensei Elon. Now, before we proceed sa ating pong second period sa rebuttal, I would like to, of course, greet our viewers. We want to thank you for watching our debate for today. Don't forget to follow Debaters Convention TikTok account. Please do share this live stream. Paki-share po, paki-like po, paki-tap po. Mag-comment po kayo dyan sa baba kung sino po ang napipisil yung debater for today. You might want to follow our debaters para po every time na nagla-live po sila, kayo po ay manonotify. Now, moving on to the rebuttal period, ang affirmative ay magpe-present ng rebuttals for 6 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes po. Sir Rowell, are you ready?
Well, yes, I'm ready for that.
Okay, if you are ready, then your time starts now. Begin.
Alright, so first and foremost, good day ulit. So na-present ko yung ilan sa mga arguments na nagpapatunay talaga na Christian God exists. I pointed out the fact that God exists through the argument for the beginning of the universe na sinimulan ko na kanina. Then ano yung connection nito sa Christian concept of God, and how did we know na ito po ay mapupunta doon sa historicity ng Bible, especially the resurrection. However, instead of presenting any good reasons why the Christian God doesn't exist, ang dami po niyang, for the sake of the argument kasi, ang dami niya pong mga nasabi na there are some, hindi ko naman pininpoint yung ibang mga data dyan. At saka, I was just thinking, how come na pumasok po dito yung past discussion ko noon sa isa sa mga kaibigan nating atheist na si Mr. Vox Atheus? Yan ang gusto kong malaman mamaya sa kanyang rebuttal period dito. And concerning to that, yamang nabanggit lamang din niya yung tinutukoy na cyclical, cyclic model na kung saan i-discuss ko lang ng konti maybe in anytime soon. Mamaya, meron akong tanong ukol dito. Okay? I have a question to this later. After niya i-present yung kanyang rebuttal period, if ever. Ngayon, meron ba siyang na-debunk talaga? Actually, I guess wala siya talagang na-debunk ni isa. Lalo sa aking mismong pinaka-presentation. Take note, concerning sa cosmological argument, na pinipinpoint ko kanina na space, time, and matter had a beginning. Ulitin ko, sino yung nagpasimula, ito ay mapupunta talaga sa mismong concept ng Diyos. At kung titingnan natin, especially yung sinasabi natin na cumulative case for Christianity, makikita po talaga natin that we are talking about the God of the Bible. Particularly, the God who was revealed in the Bible, so to speak. Naitanong yung tungkol sa in the beginning kanina. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Take note, my friends, although hindi man binanggit kung kailan nagsimula nilika ng Diyos ang langit ang lupa, so to speak, actually understandable na yun, especially kung titingnan natin yung Hebrew text niyan. So far, pinpoint niya yung tungkol sa mga so-called contradictions daw, yung sinasabi pa niya na historically wrong daw, like yung sa genealogy ni Cristo, yung tungkol kay Luke, yung sinulat niya, even though, in reality, dapat in-explain niya muna sana sa atin. Ano ba talagang sinasabi ng contradictions? How did he know na contradictory yun? Kasi tingnan nyo, kung pipili lamang naman tayo ng mga Bible passages as if yan ang nagpapatunay sa ating case, did we ever read that based on its proper context? O baka naman nag-cherry pick lang tayo, mga kapatid. Also, he mentioned about yung tungkol doon sa Big Bang na may kumukontra or whatever. Wait lang. I'm thinking about Robert Jastro who said that. Meron siyang nabanggit about dito na siyang babanggitin ko. Okay? Kasi take note, yung mga scientists at that time talagang nagsiyasat sila about this. Okay? Take note si Albert Einstein. Okay? Take note si Albert Einstein. Okay? Take note si Albert Einstein.
Sorry po guys, kung nagtatanong kayo kung ano nangyari, I think it's on my end. I got disconnected. So, let's proceed. Tayo lang natin si Sir Ruel.
Okay. Hello? Narinig pa rin ba ako?
Yes, loud and clear po. Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay, proceed po.
Okay. So, ngayon, ituloy ko lang yung aking napresenta. Scientists who grasped the implication of Hubble's discovery understood it as evidence that the universe is not eternal. These images also indicated that the universe came into being by means of an event resembling a massive explosion. Ngayon, yamang yung oras ko ay malapit na matapos, gusto ko i-pinpoint yung sinabi ni Robert Jastro. Remember, agnostic siya. Sa kanyang libro na God and the Astronomer, sabi niya, now we can see how the astronomical evidence leads to a biblical view of the origin of the world. The chain of events leading to man commenced suddenly and sharply at a definite moment in time, in a flash of light and energy. And also, kung titingnan din, yung point na sinasabi niya, sa, let's say, ito, sabi ni Peter Stone din, ipipinpoint ko na yung ending nito. Sabi niya, year after year, advances were made in science which resulted in an improved agreement between Genesis and astronomy. Within the past generation, not a single instance is known where astronomy has agreed with Genesis and later changed its mind. So kung titingnan talaga natin talaga mabuti, we have good reasons to believe that the universe at the beginning, so sino na pasimula? Wala iba kundi ang Diyos.
Time. Saglit lang Jack, yung may nagsasabi sa baba na yung time daw natin kanina parang hindi raw siya tama. Tama ba? Parang putol.
Ay, hindi po, pinost ko po kaagad yun nung nawala kayo.
Guys, na-post daw sabi ni, na-post daw ni Jack.
Opo, 1 minute 40 or 30 na lang po yung natitira kanina.
So, ang sabi ni Shin, sabi sa baba to, sabi nila, huminto daw to 27.
Ay, hindi po, pinost ko po kaagad yun.
Nag-post daw agad si Jack So,
I think nag-post siya kanina nung biglang nag-stop yun, kaya tumigil din ako sa pagsasalita kanina.
Opo,
Okay.
pinost ko po kaagad yun eh.
nag-post naman pala sila. So, yun. So, let's proceed. Maraming salamat po. Yan po yung presentation, rebuttal presentation ni Brother Ruel. Now, we will proceed ngayon sa pagtatanong ni Ilu for 7 minutes. And if you're ready, Ilu, your time starts now. Begin.
Bro Ruel, can you separate logic and laws of logic? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right, if you can separate logic and loss of logic, can you give me one demonstration where you can have logic without following the laws of logic?
Okay, I think hindi ko rin siguro maano yan dahil hindi, although nabanggit ko naman kanina, hindi ko gaanong na, ano yan, hindi ko na-emphasize, so hindi ko muna maano yan. Thank you for that.
So you're saying that logic and laws of logic can be separated, but you cannot give me any demonstration where you can have logic without following the laws of logic. How come you arrive sa conclusion na you can separate them if you don't know?
Well, I already told you, hindi ko pa ganong na ano yan, napapag-aralan yan. Dahil isa pa, bukod sa, although nabanggit ko yan, hindi ito yung isa sa mga presentation na aking presenta. That's it.
Next question.
But you believe that do you not believe that the foundation of laws of logic is God?
Well, I know for certain, yes it is. But remember, hindi po yan ang aking latag. Although nabanggit ko man yan ng pahapyaw, ulitin ko, hindi po yan talaga pirming kasali sa pinakalatag ko. So that's it.
Next question.
Okay. So hindi daw niya latag yun. So balik na lang tayo din sa ano. So sabi mo kanina, general theory of relativity ni Einstein proves na may beginning ang universe. Explain how. I want how. Show me how.
Sige, present ko lang dito yung yung ano yun, yung mismong point na sinabi dito ni Einstein, no? Na ayan, okay. Na ang yung sinasabi na yung space, time and matter were relatively connected kumbaga. So, yun lang
Next
kasi may
question.
kayong oras ko.
Next question.
Sorry for that.
How come by saying na yung space-time matter are relatively connected implies na may beginning sila? In what sense?
In a sense that the fact that the space, time and matter had a beginning. Na
Paano mo-
na-present ko na. By means of how.
Pause the time. Sensei Ilo, you have to let him finish his thoughts.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's why
May
I
16
muted.
seconds ka pa, pakitapos po yung pagsagot mo, sir. Proceed.
Okay, it is by means of the following. Yun na nga, nabanggit na yung pag-expand ng universe, yung pinipinpoint nga na meron talagang single point na sinasabi nila doon. So, that's all I can say for that. Thank you.
Next question.
Okay. You still have not explained how general theory of relativity relates to the beginning of the universe. Are you aware na even yung CCC ni Penrose gumagamit ng general theory of relativity, which implies that the universe is eternal? Are you aware of that?
I think mapapag-aralan ko naman yun. So, yun. That's it. Thank you for that.
I'm not asking you if mapapag-aralan mo. I'm asking you if you're aware of that.
That's why I said na mapapag-aralan ko po. Okay?
Pause the time. Paki-pause the time. Sir Roel, paki-answer mo categorically. The question is answerable by yes or no.
Okay. No. Kaya nga, sabi ko kanina, papag-aralan ko pa uli yun. Okay?
So by saying no, paano mo nga nasabi na general theory of relativity implies na may beginning ang universe when in fact general theory of relativity are being used by Penrose in eternal model of the universe?
Is that a question?
It is a question. I want you to explain it.
Okay. Although pwedeng ma-interpret yan ni Penrose, so to speak, yung tungkol dyan sa eternal universe niya yan, it is still, ginamit pa rin yung general relativity na yan to point out na mayroon talagang beginning ang universe. At na-demonstrate yan sa evidence for the Big Bang.
Next question.
Yeah. Okay, you have not answered my question. But anyway, what are the criteria that you will use to demonstrate that the Bible is not written by ordinary men, but by people who were inspired by God? Ano yung criteria na gagamitin mo to demonstrate?
The fact that first, God spoke to them, and second, syempre, ito na po ipipinpoint ko, kung paano sila gagamitin ng Lord through miracles. Kaya nga doon na mapapasok na if God exists, miracles are possible. And especially kung tingnan natin Bible, doon na papasok yan.
Next question.
How do you know? Yeah, how do you know that literally God talked to them dun sa mga tao na nagsulat ng Bible? How do you know that?
Okay. So it points out the fact that may nag-message. Okay. It points out the fact na una sa lahat, concerning na nabanggit ko na God spoke to them and they wrote it as well, kung tutusin.
Next
So-
question.
Okay. I'm not asking you to presuppose, I'm asking you to demonstrate.
Is that a question?
That is a question.
Please form it as a question, Ilu.
Okay, please demonstrate to me kung paano mo nasabi na mismong God talaga yung nakikipag-communicate sa mga sumusulat ng Bible. I want you to demonstrate that.
Okay, in
Please
Christian...
pause the time.
Okay, sorry for that.
Make it clear lang ako, guys. Make sure yung inyong nasa interrogative, not in indicate, walang nasa pautos. You have to transform your question into interrogative. I-convert mo yung question mo isa sa ilo sa patanong.
How do you demonstrate na yung mga sumulat ng Bible ay talagang inspired by God or talagang may communication, direct communication kay God? How do you demonstrate that?
Okay. In Christian worldview, it is by means of it's by means of this following, okay? Nabanggit ko kanina na mayroong sinabi ang Lord sa mga to. And second, nabanggit ko na yung miracles na i-demonstrate na napapatunayan na sila ay sinugo ng Diyos.
Next question, please.
Okay, do you believe that you mentioned empty tomb, right? Do you believe that empty tomb proves Jesus' resurrection?
Well, yes, nabanggit ko na kanina yan.
Next question.
Okay, how does the existence of an empty tomb proves Jesus' resurrection?
Okay. Aware ito ng mga tao diyan sa Jerusalem, so to speak. Kahit yung mga disipulo at kahit yung mga kaaway niya, nare-recognize doon yung libingan na pinaglagakan ng mga labi ni Kristo, wala doon. Andun yung burial cloth niya, pero wala doon yung kanyang katawan. So, nasaan? Ngayon, if we will go to look at the following evidence, doon po masasabi talaga natin na meron talaga matatawag na resurrection of Jesus.
Next question.
So yung mga tao na hindi nakita, namatay in the past, na hindi nakita yung kanilang mga katawan, lahat sila na-resurrect, tama ba?
Hindi yan, no.
Next question.
Yeah, go ahead. Answer.
Okay. No, bakit? Simple lang. Iba kasi yung kay Kristo dun sa mga taong nabanggit mo kanina. Kasi nagpakita nga siya sa mga tao.
Time's
That's
up.
it.
Time's up. Ayan po, dyan po nagtatapos ang ating pong cross-examination ni Sensei Ilo kay Sir Rowell. At now, we will proceed sa 6-minute second speaker rebuttal presentation ni Sensei Ilo. Sensei Ilo, ready ka na?
I'm ready.
Alright, if you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
Okay, so again, nakita natin sa cross-examination na itong si Sir Ruel ay walang knowledge about general theory of relativity. Sabi ni ganyan, sabi ni ganito. Yun lagi yung pine-present niya na sabi ni ganyan, sabi ni ganito, pero pag tinanong mo naman, hindi naman niya ma-defend. Right? So sabi ni argument, sabi ni appeal to sabi ni fallacy does not imply na your arguments are convincing. Literally, it's not. How can you reconcile na yung God ang foundation ng laws of logic, foundation ng truth when the fact na merong verse sa Bible, particularly 1 Kings 22:22, kung saan si God mismo nagpadala siya ng lying spirit to deceive King Ahab. Right? So ibig sabihin si God pwede siyang magpadala ng lying spirit. So in what sense naging foundation siya ng truth kung mismong Bible na ang nagsasabi na si God mismo ay nagpapadala ng lying spirit for the act of deception? And we can see sa Genesis, sa narrative ng Genesis, right? Sinong nagkatotoong sinabi? Ang sabi ng Diyos, pag kinain niyo yung prutas, mamamatay kayo for the day. The day sa araw. Hindi after 1,000 years, hindi like kinabukasan, sa araw na kainin nyo, mamamatay kayo. Yun yung sabi ng Diyos, di ba? Nangyari ba yun? Nope. Ang nangyari is yung sinabi ng serpent, na kapag kinain nyo yung prutas, magkakaroon kayo ng knowledge ng good and evil. So again, sinungaling yung Diyos, hindi mo papapagkatiwalaan yung mga sinasabi niya. So dun pa lang, laglag na ang God bilang foundation ng logic, truth, any abstract things na sinasabi kanina ni Sir Ruel. And Sir Ruel does believe in the empty tomb, you know. So, isa sa mga arguments sa empty tomb is that mga babae daw yung nakakita ng empty tomb. And so, hindi daw ginagamit kasi na testimony yung mga babae sa korte, sa Jewish law, right? So, it just makes sense na since mga babae ang nakakita ng empty tomb, therefore, hindi to inimbento lang ng mga sumulat ng gospel. But the thing is, we're not talking about oral traditions here. We're talking about oral traditions here, not some Jewish court rule. Second, sa Jewish practices, mga babae ang napiprepare ng bodies for burial. It just makes sense na mga babae ang makakasaksi ng empty tomb. If they are the ones who went to the tomb to anoint the body, naturally, they would be the ones who found the tomb empty. Third, you have to understand na ang mga disciples ay nagsitakbuhan during Jesus' arrest and crucifixion. So the invention of women discovering the empty tomb is a reflection of desertion. Fourth, if the empty tomb is really part ng Christian tradition, how in the hell na walang nabanggit si Apostle Paul about empty tomb? Fifth, the more you read the resurrection narrative from Mark as the starting, kasi si Gospel of Mark ang pinakamatanda sa apat na Gospel, to Matthew, to Luke, and John, ang resurrection story ay nadadagdagan na mo-modify. For example, sa original Mark, it ends in an empty tomb, yung kwento. Walang post-resurrection appearances. Sa Matthew and Luke, nagkaroon na ng post-resurrection appearances. At hindi lang post-resurrection appearances ang nasa dyan, nagkaroon ng kwento about doubting Thomas. As we can see, the more you go, the more you see added elements. Kahit nga si Celsus, Christian critic, pinuna niya ang motibo ng mga early Christians sa pag-edit ng mga nilalaman ng gospel para maprotektahan ang mga discrepancies, to the fact that even early church father Origen also agreed in this criticism sa kanyang book na Contra Celsum. Number 6, hindi unique ang claim ng resurrection ni Jesus. Goddess Inanna in Sumerian mythology was crucified also and was resurrected after 3 days. Wala ring katawan. Followers of Apollonius of Tyana claimed that he had died and ascended to heaven. Wala ring katawan. So does it proves na totoo na yung mga kwentong yon kasi walang katawan? Seventh, the argument that no one would die for a lie is utterly false. Nabanggit mo yan kanina sa opening statements mo. From Muslim extremists to followers of Jim Jones cult and Kibuloy supporters, these examples disprove the claim that no one would die for a lie. People can and do die for lies. 8. Yung persecution ng mga early Christians, largely a myth. Early historian like Pliny, Suetonius, Cassius Dio mentioned the Great Fire of Rome but made no reference to the persecution of Christians. Clement didn't write about James being persecuted. Tacitus didn't mention Peter and Paul being persecuted under Nero. In fact, aside from Judas, there's no authentic record ng pagkamatay ng mga disciples in the New Testament dahil sa paniniwala nila sa Christianity. Pliny, judicial officer ng Rome, had no knowledge of people called Christians. Sa letter niya kay Emperor Trajan, it was the Christians who appeared to be na may persecute. If Christians were being truly persecuted, why was Pliny unaware of it? So ayun, debunk na yung empty tomb, right? I want to hear kung makakapag-respond si Sir Ruel dun sa mga points na inargue ko about dun sa empty tomb. Kaya sabi nga niya, ang pag napatunayan historically na ang empty tomb, it will then follow na totoo yung resurrection, and it will follow na totoo ang Christianity and Jesus exists and the Christian God exists. But what I have demonstrated, it's debunk. Literally debunk.
Time's up. Thank you, Sensei Ilu. Now, tayo po ay tutungo sa cross-examination. So, Sir Ruel ay magtatanong po for 7 minutes. Sir Ruel, are you ready?
Well, yes, ready na.
Alright, if you're ready, your time starts now. Tanong.
Okay, first and foremost, nabanggit mo yung tungkol sa yung sinasabi na lying spirit na sinasabi mo. How did you know na it is an evidence na masasabi mo that the Christian God does not really exist?
Well, Of course, kasi contradicting to dun sa attributes ng Christian God, na ang Christian God ay foundation ng truth, foundation ng logic, foundation ng reliability, all of those things.
Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. Nabanggit mo rin yung tungkol sa forbidden fruit, no? Yung God said that as they eat the fruit, yung may kilalaman kila Adam and Eve, they will die. Paano mo nasabi na nagsisinungaling siya doon?
Nagsisinungaling siya kasi ang actual translation ng for the day sa Hebrew, as explained by biblical scholar Dan McClellan, is pointing to a single day. Namatay talaga, hindi talaga sila namatay. So in fact, nagsisinungaling talaga yung Diyos. At ang nangyari is yung sinabi ng serpent na makakaalam kayo ng mabuti at masama. Yun yung nangyari at hindi yung sinabi ng
Next
Diyos.
question, please.
When you say that God is a liar according to what you have said before, yan ba ay patunay na hindi talaga nag-exist ang Christian God? If yes, why?
Yeah, patunay siya na hindi nag-exist ang God kasi paulit-ulit tayo, it contradicts yung attributes ng Christian God. Na ang Christian God ay all-loving, all-knowing, siya yung foundation ng truth, foundation siya ng katotohanan. How come na ang foundation ng katotohanan ay pwedeng mag-deceive?
Next question, please.
Okay. Nabanggit mo kasi kanina yung sa last question ko about, anong tawag doon? Cyclical universe. Okay? So, una, ano yung definition doon sa cyclical universe? Let me know.
Well, iba't iba yung definition nila ng cyclic models. For example, kay Steinhardt, ang universe natin nag-e-expand, nagko-contract.
Next question.
So, yan, okay. So, yung cyclical universe na yan ay patunay na ang universe ay eternal?
Definitely patunay siya na eternal ang universe natin. Unang-una, wala tayong scientific theory na may beginning ang universe natin. Big Bang is not about the beginning. Big Bang is all about the expansion. And you can refer sa 2024 article ng BBC, What Came Before the Big Bang.
Next question, please.
Okay, next point. Concerning doon, meron ka bang may papresent, diyan mo nabanggit mo yung cyclical universe na yan, sinusuportahan ba ito ng maraming mga nasa scientific community? If so,
Actually, it's gaining popularity, definitely. It's gaining popularity.
Pause. May I remind Sensei Ilu to let the cross-examiner finish the question. Please proceed, Sir Well. Finish.
Okay. I will repeat that again, okay? Meron bang sumusuporta dyan sa naturang cyclical universe model na yan doon sa scientific community?
Absolutely. Just in 2024, it's gaining popularity among cosmologists and physicists dahil sa detection ng dark energy. Kasi na-detect natin noong April 2024 na ang dark energy ay humihina. At isa yun sa mga prediction ng cyclic model ng universe na ang dark energy ay humihina.
Then
Next
let me know. Okay. Thank you. So let me know, sino-sino po ba itong mga eksperto na ito na tila baga sumusuporta sa cyclical model na yun?
Gusto mo isa-isahin ko lahat ng yun?
Pause the time.
Or ilan ba yung
Pause the time. If you have any inquiry or clarification, you have to address the moderator. Call the attention of the moderator. Ano yung concern mo, Sensei Ilu?
Hindi. Gusto ko lang itanong kay Sir Well, nung tinanong niya ako sino-sino, ilan ba yung ibibigay ko? Like, 10 ba? 20? 30? 50?
Yan yung clarification niya, Sensei Ilu. Paki-clarify muna.
Okay. I just asked him kung sino-sino sa mga nasa scientific community, so to speak, yung masasabing nakasuporta doon.
Yun nga, ang
Kahit
clarification
ilan lang.
niya, Sensei Ilu.
Kumbaga kahit ilan lang naman pangalan, sige.
Okay, like for example, Roger Penrose, Paul Steinhardt, yan.
Okay, thank you. So ngayon, ito pa. Ito po ba talaga ay sinusuportahan ng entire scientific or astronomical community ba?
It's as like I said a while ago, it's gaining much popularity nowadays dahil sa detection ng dark energy noong April 2024 at isa sa mga prediction ng cyclic model. Kung tunay nga ang cyclic model is that ang dark energy natin ay humihina, and dahil humihina yung dark energy natin, it will lead to contraction.
Next question.
So yung contraction na sinasabi ay masasabing nagpapatunay na eternal yung universe based on the said model that you're talking to?
Absolutely, nagpapatunay siya na eternal ang universe. Kasi nagpapatunay siya na tunay ang cyclic models, and ang cyclic models does prove na eternal ang universe.
Next question.
Then, okay, thank you. Then, how can you explain that, how can you connect or how can you justify that? Like for example, doon sa sinasabi ng second law of thermodynamics and law of, or I should say, law of entropy.
Okay, alright. So, yan. Tuturuan kita ng science, Sir Rowell, no? So, ganito, no? Ang black hole, kapag kinumpare mo yung entropy ng black hole sa ibang mga bagay, mas malaki lagi yung entropy ng black hole, right? And so, ang black hole, hindi siya permanent. So, according sa cyclic models, ang black hole ay vacuum cleaner ng entropy.
Next question.
Okay, sige, thank you. Next question will be dito sa, nasaan na yun? Ito. Okay. Nasabi mo yung tungkol doon sa, yung tungkol sa mga so-called mga debunking mo doon sa empty tomb. Unahin ko muna yung sinasabi mo na hindi unique yung resurrection tapos nabanggit na Apollonius. Ano ba yung mga source, kumbaga, na nagpapatunay doon sa yung mga sinabi about doon na hindi unique yung death and resurrection na yun?
Yeah, meron tayong mga scholarly book, like for example, On the Historicity of Jesus by Dr. Richard Carrier, and Did Jesus Exist by Bart Ehrman. Tsaka yung mga kwento na yon, yan ay nakalagay dun sa mga, like for example, yung kwento ni Inanna ng Resurrection sa Sumerian Tablet, and yung kwento ng buhay ni Apollonius ay sa Life of Apollonius nakalagay.
Next question.
Okay. Next one ay may kinalaman naman dito. Sa sinabi mo na na-modify daw o na-add lamang yung tungkol dun sa resurrection accounts sa 4 Gospels. So how did you come to that conclusion that the resurrection accounts were were modified or developed or added?
Because as I mentioned earlier, kung titingnan natin, ang pinakamatandang gospel ay Mark, and then followed by Matthew, Luke, and John. The more na binabasa mo siya papunta sa John, the more na nadadagdagan yung kwento ng resurrection. So it means na minomodify siya pagdaan ng panahon. Ini-edit, minomodify.
Next question, please.
Okay, 5 seconds na lang, so drop ko na.
Alright, that's it for Sir Rowell sa kanyang cross-examination kay Sensei Ilu. Now, we will proceed to the closing remarks, but before we proceed, guys, let me just greet you again. Great day. Maraming salamat po sa pagsubaybay nyo dito po sa ating po nagaganap na debate ngayong hapong ito sa laban ng isang atheist, ng isang Christian. Does the Christian God exist? Please do share our live stream. Paki-tap po yung ating pong live stream, at you can also give gifts dito po sa ating pong debater. So ihabol nyo, mayroon na pong 6,594. Talaga napakayaman ng mga supporters Sensei Ilu. At makakahabol po, konting-konti lang yung lamang ni Sensei Ilu kay Sir Rowell. Kayang habulin ng mga Christians. Suportahan naman natin si Sir Rowell. Ayan po. Let's now proceed to the closing remarks for 5 minutes, and the negative side will be the first to give his statements. Sensei Ilu, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, if you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
Yeah. Okay, so unang-una, gusto kong pasalamatan yung mga nagbigay ng gift sa akin. Shoutout sa inyo at dun sa mga hindi ko nabanggit. Guys, I'm really thankful for sending na nag-send kayo ng gift sa akin. So, balik tayo sa argument ko why the Christian God cannot exist. Again, the universe is eternal. As I have demonstrated, wala tayong scientific theory na may beginning ang universe. Dun pa lang, bagsak na yung kalam. And ang problem nga ng kalam, sa mga fanatic ng kalam dyan, like sa comment section, paano nyo i-explain yung causality? Ang nature ng kalam kasi causality, cause and effect implies time. Kung sasabihin mo, well, God is the cause, then definitely yung God na yon dapat within time siya. Pero timeless yung Christian God. So dun pa lang, wasak na ang kalam. Anyway, at the same time, yung design argument, paano na-reconcile ni Sir Rowell na design to, knowing na sa worldview ni Sir Rowell, wala namang hindi design. Yung mga man-made object, yung mga natural things, lahat yan ay design. So it's like comparing white and white and then claiming black does not exist. Something like that. So hindi siya nag-comment doon. At the same time, again, yung flaw sa design, right? It's not intelligent. It's not intelligent for the Christian God to give us an organ, namely the appendix, na alam naman natin na resulta ng pagkamatay ng libo-libong katao every year. Right? So, paano siya magiging intelligent design? Yung mga defect natin sa katawan, yung flaws na nakikita natin sa nature, sa mga animals, yan ay produkto ng evolusyon at hindi yan produkto ng intelligent design. Kung meron talagang all-powerful, all-intelligent Christian God na hindi bounded ng laws of nature, forces such as gravity, distance ng Earth sa Sun, would not be a problem for Him. Kayang-kaya niyang i-alter yung laws of nature and make life exist even sa center ng sun. Pero the fact na life can only exist if the universe operates this way through naturalistic processes, entirely disproving the idea of an intelligent Christian God. At saka yung Bible, ang Bible ay hindi reliable. As I presented, may mga contradictions sa Bible. Anonymous ang mga nagsulat ng Bible. I think only 7 letters ni Paul yung associated kay Paul. Right? So, heavily, entirely anonymous ang mga manuscripts ng Old Testament at New Testament to even trust it, you know. So, in conclusion, I have presented enough counter-arguments, ulitin ko yung sinabi ko kanina, to show that the existence of Christian God is not reasonable. The Christian God is already dead, rotten, and buried. Sa opening statement ko pa lang, sa cross-examination and sa rebuttal. I, Sensei Ilu, have already crucified not just the existence of God, but also the logic, the argumentations of Sir Ruel. So ayun, I think that's all for now. So thank you guys for supporting me in this live. Thank you.
That is Sensei Ilu sa ating pong negative side sa kanyang closing remarks. Maraming salamat. And now we will proceed to the closing remarks of our affirmative, none other than Sir Ruel. Are you ready?
Ready na?
Alright, if you're ready, your time starts now. Begin.
First and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much for being part of this discussion. So gusto kong i-pinpoint itong mga presentation na aking binanggit. Why I believe that God exists, I mean Christian God exists. Nagsimula po tayo sa cosmological argument. And nabanggit na kanina, everything that begins to exist has a cause. And since the universe began to exist, the universe has a cause. Concerning to the one who is cause, nabanggit ko na kanina yung uncaused first cause. At ano yung nabanggit ko na characteristics ito? Uncaused, timeless, immaterial, powerful. At ito yung nabanggit ko na hindi yata napansin ng ating kaibigan, personal. The decision to create is often seen as a choice, suggesting a personal agent. So, ano yung connection diyan? This God must be spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful, moral, personal, and intelligent being who created all things and sustains all things. So, paano ito nakokonekta sa the God of the Bible dito? Siyempre, nabanggit ko na kanina, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Yung sa Psalm 90 verse 2 na mula sa panahon walang hanggan hanggang sa panahon walang hanggan, siya ay Diyos. At bukod dito, nabanggit na rin yung tungkol sa resurrection ng ating Panginoong Jesus na siyang foundational event ng Christianity that validates the claims of Jesus, that it validates the fact that God exists, that Jesus had risen from the dead. What our friend here, Mr. Ilu, pointed out, he was not really proving to us that the Christian God does not exist. Paano? He went on and on to the first part na, how can we know that God exists if there's pain and suffering? Matanong ko lang, if atheism is true, paano mapapaliwanag yan? Yan ang gusto kong i-pinpoint, pero dahil wala na tayong time, hindi ko na i-discuss to sa ngayon. Also, bukod pa dyan, how can he come to that conclusion of fraud apologetic agad-agad kung doon pa lang sa mga points na kanyang sinabi, hindi naman po ito napupunta sa mismong pinaka-topic ko. Also, he went on and on to the so-called contradictions or whatsoever. Guys, listen. Kung magbubunot lamang tayo ng mga Bible passages na wala naman sa proper context like what our friend has done here, it is what we call poor hermeneutic. Tapos sasabihin, ng iba na, ay hindi, papalusot lang kayo or whatever. Hindi po ganon. Kumbaga, you must have to read the Bible cover by cover, chapter by chapter, and verse sa mga passage na yan. Concerning doon, how can he claim na he said, I crucified the God of the Bible. So, ibig bang sabihin, somehow, parang naniniwala siya na parang may Diyos na parang tatalunin na lamang niya, so to speak. Sorry my friends, yung Diyos na tinutukoy niya na kanyang kinukrucify dyan ay buhay na buhay. Concerning to the resurrection of Jesus Christ, concerning to the empty tomb, how about dun sa sinabi ni Paul, na sabi niya kanina, wala namang nabanggit na empty tomb. Absurdity po yung word for word, mga kapatid. Pero sa 1 Corinthians 15:3-4 may nabanggit, for what I received, I pass on to you as of first importance that Christ died for our sins according to the scriptures, that He was buried, that He was buried, that He was raised on the third day according to the scriptures. Talaga ba wala bang nabanggit kahit konsepto si Apostle Paul? I have already read that. Also, nasabi niya na ito daw ay kopya daw sa mga gods and goddesses of some sort na mga dying and rising deities. Alam niyo po ba, based on the actual research, yung mga ganon ay naisulat lamang hundreds of years after that, the first century, nung time na si Kristo ay nabuhay noon. And lastly, hindi ko lang na-pinpoint yung sinasabi niya na baka mga Kristiyano ang nag-persecute or whatever. Guys, listen. Hindi po mga kapwa Kristiyano ang batayan. Si Kristo po ang batayan. Christianity is not about who I am or who they were, but it's all about Jesus Himself. If Jesus had risen from the dead, then He's God, that He's the one who created the universe out of nothing. And lastly, I will ask every single person here in this room, if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? Kayo po makapag-decide dyan.
And ayan po ang closing remarks ni Sir Roel. Maraming salamat. Pwede ba nating bigyan ng masigabong palakpakan ng ating po mga debaters dyan po sa comment section. I-type nyo po ang inyong emoji kung saan. Congratulations! Dyan po nagtatapos ang ating pong debate for today. Ayan po, maraming salamat po sa ating dalawang debaters. At dito po, nagtatapos ang ating pong debate for today. Pero of course, we would like to send our appreciation sa ating pong dalawang mahusay na debater sa kanilang magandang palitan ng argumento sa kanilang talagang charitable na pagpapalitan ng kanilang mga sagot. And before we end this debate, bibigyan ko po kayo ng chance to thank your supporters and the audience. At kung meron kayong gustong i-promote, please do so. Sensei Ilo, ikaw muna siguro mauna.
Okay, so sa 205 million viewers natin, again, thank you again for watching our debate. Again, follow nyo ako sa mga hindi pa nakafollow sa akin. Lagi ako nagla-live every day, every night. Nakikipag-debate ako doon. So, punta lang kayo sa platform ko and kung gusto nyo mag-join, request lang kayo. Ayan. So, thank you.
Ayan, maraming sabayan po si Sensei Ilo sa ATS Camp. And now, Sir Roel, meron ka po bang gusto i-promote?
Pasensya na, ngayon ko lang ngayon lang ako nag-audio nagkakape muna ako But anyway, thanks dun sa mga nanood po ngayon, sa mga mahigit na 209 million followers na, sige na. Then, thanks din sa Debaters Convention for being part again of this discussion. Actually, I've enjoyed it right now, lalo na ngayon. Kasi, you know what, ito yung naalala kong lesson, i-share ko lang kung okay lang.
Yes, sige lang po.
Okay. Yung mga ganitong pagtalakay, I think ay dapat maging open talaga, lalo na pag ganito kasing mga discussions ng walang halong mga personal attacks dyan, walang personal na mga So also thanks din kay Mr. Sensei Ilo na naging part ng ganitong pagtalakay. Na-appreciate ko rin yung itong pagtalakay na to. So thank you for that. And then sa lahat po ng mga sa kesyo Kristiyano ka man or atheist, thank you din sa bahagi ito na kayo yung naging bahagi po ng aming dialogue. If ever kung may time lang talaga ako, here again. But anyway, that's all for now. Maraming salamat.
Ayan, maraming salamat po. At dyan po, nagtatapos ang debate natin for today sa Paksang Das, The Christian God Exists. Thanks again to our debaters for their time and effort at sa lahat po ng nanood at sumama sa amin. Maraming salamat po. Pinapasalamatan din po namin yung aming tong timer. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Jack. Maraming salamat po sa iyo. And once again, this is your moderator for today, Filingerong Theologian. Abangan nyo po muli ang mga darating na debate dito lamang sa nag-iisang debating platform ng Pilipinas, Debaters Convention. You have a great day. God bless you all.
Pwede na ba mag-leave?
Sige po, pwede na po.
Okay, thank you. And by the way, Mr. Sensei Ilo, thank you sa time.
Yeah, thank you. Pero bago mo sabihin thank you sa time, yung causality, thank you.
Sige. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Salamat Salamat sa ano. Salamat.
Salamat din sa inyo.
Sir Ruel,
Okay,
salamat po,
okay.
Sir Ruel. Jack.
Opo. By the way, if ever, Sensei Ilo, if may time uli, magkaroon ulit tayo uli ng discussion. Thank you so much pala, no?
Thank you, Jack.
Ito mo mamayang gabi. Sure, joke lang.
Pwede.
Di ako
Jack,
pwede ng
maraming
gabi,
salamat,
pasok
Jack,
ako.
Gusto ko lang po,
Ay, yung mga...
gusto ko lang po i-appreciate si Jack sa kanyang effort, sa kanyang oras. Maraming salamat, Jack, sa pagpapahiram mo ng effort mo, ha? Salamat sa iyo.
No problem po, Sir Theologian.
Po, pwede po kayong magrambulan. Tapos na po ang ating
Ayan.
pong debate for today. Pwede na po kayong magrambulan.
Ay, yung mga nag-aakusa pala sa akin na binawasan ko ng time si Sir Rowell.
Hindi. Guys, Guys, bilang paglilinaw, kanina kasi, di ba, nasa rebuttal ba yun, di ba? Tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nakita ko kasi biglang tumigil, biglang nag-stop yung kay Brother Filingerong Theologian kanina, kaya nga tumigil muna talaga ako. So wag natin po sanang sisihin yung timer kasi nakita ko talaga na ganun. No? Okay? Yun lang naman.
Wag yung sisihin yung pambira. Wag yung sisihin yung timer ko. Ako po yung nagkaroon ng problem sa sa side ko po yun. Ako po yung na-disconnect. So wag niyo po sang sisihin. So, pwede,
Okay, sige, thank you.
Gusto magtanong, baka pwede nyo paunlakan. Pwede pa ba, Sir Robert? O hindi na, papahinga ka na?
Kwan lang.
Ako okay lang sa akin, question and answer. Pero hindi debate ha. Kasi pagod na akong makapag-debate.
Oo.
Kung tanong lang naman, go lang.
Bibigyan
Anyway,
natin.
ano ko lang kasi meron akong mga nakikita, actually hindi to sa mga atheist kundi sa mga Muslims din. I don't know kasi nakikita ko yung mga ni na Mr. Bashir sa Kaging yata before.
Sila,
Do you know him?
Yes.
Okay. I hope if I have a time siguro, I hope magkaroon kami ng discussion din dito sa platform nito if the Lord will summon. Maybe after na rin siguro kung malimbaw matapos yung discussion namin, for example, kung hindi man kay Mr. Vox, kay Mr. Sensei Ilo din. So sige, yun lang naman.
Sige. So kung may mga magtatanong, ganito po yung mga magtatanong kailangan po yung isang tanong lang po, wala pong follow-up question, isang tanong lang po yan. So wag niyo pong didibatihin yung ating pong mga debaters. Ay, medyo kaso bumaba na si Sir Rowell Paano ba yan?
Ay, si Ilo na lang ang matatanong.
Ako na lang, kahit sige, pagbibigyan ko lang, kahit mga 5 minutes na question and answer, go ahead.
Sige.
One question lang.
Hindi ako magtanong,
Sir
Teka,
FT,
i-start
one
ko lang
question
i-record
lang
ulit
kasi-
mag-record lang ako ulit. Sige, proceed.
Sino ba? Mauna.
Si Das
Ako muna,
si
kuya.
Das.
Sir Ilo, isa lang yung tanong ko. Ano po ang scientific law na scientific laws na nag-agree sa cyclical universe? One question lang.
Scientific law na nag-agree sa cyclic universe, I think that will be the first law of thermodynamics.
Okay,
That
Black.
energy cannot be created nor it can be destroyed, but it can be only transformed from one form to another.
Thank you.
Blind?
Ako naman, Sensei Ilo, requirement ba na kailangan perfect ang isang existence para masabi mong ito ay designed kagaya ng kotse, nasisira siya? Does that mean hindi na siya designed?
Yeah, hindi naman. Kasi but we're talking about God kasi dito eh. Hindi naman we're not talking about humans. We're talking about God. So, yung attributes ng God, alam naman natin na all intelligent, all powerful, all knowing, yung allness ng allness na 'yon, 'di ba? Dapat nakikita natin yung attributes na 'yon dun sa mga bagay na dinesign niya.
Okay na, one question lang.
Baka si Sir Tinker Tank may tanong.
Ayun, ako naman. Actually, no, marami ako nadinig na... sige, by the way. Ang tanong ko na lang is, are you aware ba, Ilo, doon sa general theory of relativity, no? Aside doon sa special relativity, kasi, di ko na-explain. Sige, ganito na lang. Nag-aware ka ba na sa general theory of relativity, hindi acceptable yung eternal universe?
Hindi ako aware na hindi siya acceptable kasi sabi ko nga, what I'm pointing here is that even yung CCC ni Penrose gumagamit ng classical space-time, classical general relativity.
Oh, so hindi ka aware. So, okay, that's good.
Thank
Hindi
you,
na-
thank you,
yeah.
Tinker Tank. Salamat. Next, sino pong gusto magtanong? Tanong nyo pag malinaw na dun kay Sensei Ilo, ibababa ko na kayo para mag-make way dun sa iba. Kasi, 4 minutes na lang yung nalalabi kay Sensei Ilo. Prof. Manny, would you like to ask Ilo a question?
Yes, okay, pwede ba, Ilo, pwede ba?
Sure, Prof. Manny. Go ahead.
Pag sinabi mo bang there is a design and yet you see the design as full of imperfections, sa makatuwid ba, as per deduction, dapat kung ang designer ay eternal, all good, perfect, dapat ba necessarily yung kanyang design ay perfect din?
Necessarily dapat makita natin yung imprints or attributes ng designer na yon sa bagay na dinesign niya.
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
Prof.
sa makatuwid,
Prof.
isa na lang pa.
Oo, kasi follow-up question tayo, Prof.
Ganun? Oo, kasi hindi
Opo.
pa niya nasagot.
Pero
yung
ganito, Prof.
pinakatanong ko.
I will
Sige lang.
let you stay kasi meron kaming
Sige.
meron kaming bias sa mga namin elder namin. So I will let you stay. Pero pagtatanungin muna natin yung iba, ha, Prof?
Sige.
Okay lang po yan. Kung bahala sa'yo, bias po ang moderator pa sa mga elder natin at mga natin. So si Glorms muna. Si Glorms, do you have a question for Sensei Ilo? Glorms?
Ako mauna kasi PWD ako.
Kilala kita, di ka PW. Glorms, do you have a question?
Go.
Otherwise, if you don't have a question, I have to remove you from para may slot yung iba. Wala siguro. Ko muna siya, pababayin ko muna siya para ikaw muna, PWD, ikaw muna magtanong.
Pwede sa both ako magtanong? Or kay Sensei Ilo lang to?
Wala si Sir Rowell, bumaba na eh. So si Sensei Ilo lang talaga matatanong.
Kay Sensei Ilo lang to?
Wala si Sir Rowell, bumaba na eh. So si Sensei Ilo lang talaga matatanong.
Kay Sensei Ilo lang to? So Sensei Ilo, I just want to know because both of you are talking about God exists. So can you explain or answer the question how can you confirm that something exists, or what is existence? What qualifies for a thing to exist, to be existing?
Yeah. So I think ang definition ni Kant ng existence is occurrence in reality. So if something occurs in reality, therefore it exists.
Okay.
Thank you
How
for
do
that
you know it
question.
occurs?
Wala tayong follow-up,
Sorry.
PWD.
Okay.
Wala tayong follow-up question. Baka muna. Prof. Manny, habang nag-aantay pa tayo na ibang tanong, you can have your follow-up question.
Okay, so does that make a designer non-existent or non-perfect simply because of the existence of the so-called observed imperfections, Ilo?
Absolutely, Prof. Manny. It's like saying na, imagine, nakatira ka sa isang circular world. Lahat ng object na nakikita mo ay circle. And sabi nung isa, you know what? Meron pang ibang shape. May shape pa ng triangle, right? And yung imprint ng triangle, hindi natin makita sa circular world. That's why it's not reasonable to believe na may triangle, right? So, ganun din sa concept ng God. Yung attributes ng God, like all-intelligent, all-knowing, hindi natin nakikita sa attributes ng design.
Okay. Iglesia ng mga... Ano pangalan mo? Iglesia ng mga siraulo ba yan? Iglesia, pwede ka na magtanong. This is going to be the last question kasi nasa 5-minute mark na si Sensei Ilo. Ano yung tanong mo, bro? May tanong ka ba?
Makikinig lang daw.
Okay. Pasensya na. Kailangan natin sa mga magtatanong. Alright, guys. I think that's it for Sensei Ilo for today. Maraming salamat, Sensei Ilo.
Okay, thank you.
I-disconnect na kita para sa kwento mo, ha?
Yeah, yung mga
Maraming salamat, Sensei Ilo. Till next time. Tayo naman sa susunod.
Thank you, Demcon. Sure. Oo, tayo naman.
Pero wag mga mga 80% lang ilabas mo sa akin, ha? Kasi kanina
Sige,
60% pa lang yun, eh.
60% pa lang yan. Actually, 2 days ago ko lang ginawa yung opening statements ko.
Salamat, Sensei Ilo.
Yeah.
Salamat.
Okay, bye for now.